Alright, yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you my Oracle build, and we're doing a Dragon Lord hunt because it's what I built this build for, specializes in this. The current cards I'm using are these, working my way through them, and we're on Apocalypse difficulty. Here we go. And there you have it. That is a boss down very quickly. Alright guys, so what's going on here with this character, right? This is a poison oracle. So I've added toxic damage to our electric skills. So it does both toxic and electric damage. As you can see down there, we're applying greater toxic and electric damage. So that's our main skills, electric wave. And when we have enough of our class ability, it will automatically proc the empowered version, which has them come back and then go out the other way. So you see them go out and then they come back in, then go out the other way. This is what we really build around. It just does a shitload of damage on bosses, as you saw from the clip, and I'm gonna go over what all we use and how we get there. For gear, you're gonna want to look for life drain, and life and barrier are both really good on this character. Health regen, healing received, some block would be good, and bonus HP. It's really all you need. Bonus move speed on the boots. That's as far as your armor goes. For weapons, you're gonna want toxic and electric damage, damage over time, attack bonus, and elite damage. Those are like the best possible sources of damage you can get. We're still working on our setup here. So this isn't even fully min-maxed, but this is where I have it so far, and where I'm probably stopping for this character. Amulet, just Shield of the Oracle. You only want the second breakthrough point for this talent because you don't want to convert all of your health into barrier. Barrier currently doesn't have a way of regaining itself, so if you're like down real low, there's currently no come back. Yes, you can get the Getting's barrier when you use potion, but it doesn't work like I was hoping. It's just a flat amount that you just get. This is our potion, by the way. The best potion is going to be potion cooldown when damage is taken, vampirism, and duration. I currently don't have that set up right now. Still trying to get it. It's basically an everlasting potion. For the ring, I went with intellect, damage over time, barrier. Ended up with toxic resistance, it doesn't really matter. And then we have energy for our talent. As for talents, we're looking for mental superiority. Mental superiority is the main one. And Shield of the Oracle, like I said, you want the second breakthrough. I'm gonna show you this here. We went with max vitality from the Grand Benedictor, and this lets us get healing and a bunch of max HP. We do convert a lot of it into barrier, so about 50% of our max HP is being converted to barrier through Shield of the Oracle. You can remove these last two nodes somewhere, put them in something else, probably control. Control does a lot of damage. We really like this. Energy, we want to get pretty high. We're getting 1 from Wyrmling, 1 from Ornament, and 2 from our ring. Speed's decent. We're already getting a lot of speed from putting down our walls, so this just adds to it. Fervor gives us bonus damage. However, we take a bit of bonus damage. That's fine when you have as much life as we have. And we get antagonistic energy from an ornament. This just gives us passive block, reflex, and thorn. This is what our current grid looks like. And as you can see, I have most of the grid affecting our main skill. This is just the optimal setup I've found to boost that skill to the max. You also want to try to get your Pythodurkin's Premonition to tier 4, and your electric wall you kind of want tier 4 because it can do a lot of damage as well, and it applies dots, so that being a dot plus your poison damage that you're applying through the Wyrmling, you're just getting a ton of extra damage through that. So I'm not going to break down too much about all these skills. I'm just going to kind of show you what's going on here. As you can see, there's quite a lot supporting our main skill. It's just an incredibly good setup. This is something you want to kind of go for, just a bit more optimized, obviously. Here's our wall. I was testing chaotic armor. I currently don't like this. It grants a bunch of defenses. It seemed okay, so I'm trying it out, but you know, you probably need to build into it a lot more for it to be good. I just figured it would be an extra defensive setup. Arcane Portal's not really supported by too much, but it is getting off some of our Wyrmling damages, which does do a lot. And stacked up, everything just does a crap load of damage you saw from the dragon kill. So yeah, that's what that looks like, and you're gonna want to get a lot of electric wave bonuses on your gear. As you can see here, bonus projectiles is really good, AoE is good. And for attributes, we went with, and that gives us core skill damage. We just picked that up, and that's because our electric wave and our electric wall are both core skills. Intellect, we went with the full 100, which is 92 plus 8 in our case. And this lets us take reduced skill costs. You'll really need that. Max barrier, this is pretty good. Electric damage, also very good. Mystical Fortification, while your barrier is active, nearby allies have reduced cooldowns, take less damage. I figured this worked for me as well, but it does only say allies, so you might be better off taking like this, Elementalism. I'm just trying stuff out, so this is what I ended up with. And lastly, we take Sharp Mind for that barrier regen, and it regens quicker. This is probably the most important one, because we have so much barrier as our main defense. Resilience, I take 85 plus 15 for 100 total, and we take Life Force for damage dealt when our HP is high. It's almost always high. I took increased Thorns damage. We do a bit of Thorns, not too much, but it's there. And you know, you get some from chaotic armor, and then you can't move when you have Pythodurkin's Premonition on, so I figured, you know, why not throw that on. Tank for increased armor, just more defenses. The others didn't make much sense for us. Damage bonus might be better, but I wanted extra survival. Adaptive explosion that briefly stuns enemies when our HP gets low. This is emergency strike. I don't ever notice it. Invisible watchman could also be good. Probably even better, since we don't get damaged too often. That could just, you know, be up. I'm gonna try that out. Gonna throw those into the different setup. And then we take Vengeful Spirit. For Thorns, damage becomes adaptive, and we get 100 to our damage reduction. That's pretty decent. It's also really good when you have the Pythodurkin's Premonition up, because we get 99% damage resistance, so we pretty much take no damage when that's on. It's your ship button. And lastly, we get some agility, and I meant to put an extra 1 in there. Whoops. So it's 9 plus 5 for 14 in strength, and then 20 plus 5 for 25 in agility, so that we can get fast walker for move speed and quick on the draw for reflex. Extra defense is very good. Our Wyrmling power is 195 plus 5. That lets us take projectile damage, since Electric Wave is a projectile skill. Decent extra damage bonus. Inspiration proximity. We're usually killing enemies nearby, but it's just a better one than killing enemies with high HP. Heavy hitter increases damage dealt but reduces attack speed. This is pretty good because we don't need attack speed too much. We can only cast once at a time anyways, because each cast costs most of our mana, as you can see there. So that's fine. And like I said, we take energy. I put 21 points into Malice, 16 plus 5, and that's so we can get this increase to damage over time. The extra bit gives us Wyrmling chance multiplier and damage. Ferocity, we went with 100, which is 95 plus 5. That lets us do increased damage to low HP enemies. We gain inspiration from killing enemies with low HP. Our Wyrmling skills reduce enemy elemental resistance temporarily. This stacks on top of one of our Wyrmling skills that we're using, and then we take a speed talent here. We have the Wyrmling armor for loot quality, elemental discharge, and bonus move speed. I just personally like this one. And loyalty, we only have the plus 5 extra bonus stats. Yeah, I didn't really need any points here. So that's that. Our ancestors are the ones for bonus barrier. This is just increased damage dealt, incoming damage taken. And when our barrier's full and we receive damage, it triggers an explosion. It's just extra damage. Figured that'd be good with how much barrier we have. We have the one for electric damage, and this makes us invulnerable after receiving too much damage. And we will also be greatly increasing our damage dealt when we have a sufficient number of buffs or debuffs applied. And lastly, we're taking the bonus HP one for a boost to resilience and Wyrmling effect chance. That's really good, so our Wyrmling skills go off more, and our core skills will periodically deal bonus damage based on our max HP. I don't think that scales your stuff too high because our HP is kind of low, but I still think extra damage would be good, so that's what we went with. And it just works in conjunction with these really well. Currently only level 29 city, and I haven't taken any of the bonuses to the characters. Only crafting. So just let that be known. For the Grand Benedictor, like I said earlier, we took Vitality, and that lets us get the max HP bonus and some healing. And we boost our electric wave twice with bonus projectiles twice. This is just a flat plus 10. This does stack like that. You can do whatever you like, but that's what I wanted, to get the max bonus projectiles I could. I believe that's everything for this character. There's obviously still more to level and get down, but it was good enough for me to want to showcase. I really like how it kills bosses. I thought you guys might too. If you want to try this out for yourself, let me know how you do. Just keep in mind, you could die if you get overwhelmed. This build is not super tanky, so you want to be very mobile. Main thing is boss fights. That's what this thrives on. So you just rush to the boss, do the objectives as quick as possible, try to keep mobs off you, and then once you get to the boss, you just quickly kill it like that. Hope you guys like this one. If I miss anything, or you need more explanation on something, go ahead and comment below. I'd love to answer any questions or hear any feedback about like how to improve the build. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.